Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Low Carb Cocktails. Now, this is going to be a sequel to my previous video, how to set up your home bar on a budget, and this is going to be the ingredients you're going to need to set up your home bar. And with the spirits I buy, I try to keep it at the upper, how do I say, maybe mid-range price. I try not to buy, actually I don't buy anything over like 39 bucks. And I'll kind of talk about the pricing. And I've tried a lot of stuff, some stuff that's really bad and some stuff not so bad and some stuff that I was shocked how good it was by the price. So we're going to kind of go over some of those things. So you're going to need liquor for one to start your home bar. And there's going to be really 5 base spirits that you're going to need when you're making cocktails. One is tequila. Now you can do the Blanco, which is the white. You can do a Reposado, which I have over here. No, sorry, this is my Añejo, which is aged longer than this. As a Blanco, Reposado, then Añejo. And that's basically stating their age, how old they rested in the barrel, where anywhere from not rested at all on up to roughly 2 years. And from here, you're going to also need gin. There's a lot of good cocktails. Gin's got a bad rap, in my opinion, and I think that's because of London dry gins. I don't like Beefeater. I don't like Tanqueray. I feel like I'm licking a Christmas tree, and I'm not into that. But there's another classification of gins called New American style gins, and those are really, really good. The juniper's not really heavy in it. The botanicals aren't really heavy in it. They're usually more citrus forward, more fruity, just more fragrant, more vibrant than those real harsh, botanical, piney, super juniper gins. So if you've not had some American style gins, try that. New Amsterdam's it's a decent lower end American style gin. If you want to try and get your foot wet without breaking the bank, try a bottle of New Amsterdam and their gin. From there, Ryan Reynolds, yes, Deadpool has his gin, which is really good, and that is like 26 bucks. Seersucker's another really good American style gin in that $25 price point. But one of my favorites is local. And if there's local distilleries where you live, try to get your stuff there, because every local distillery that I find here in Louisiana sources their ingredients from local farms. If they're not sourcing it from themselves, JT Mellick sources their own product. They grow their own grain. But local distilleries, you'd be surprised how good local distilleries are. Step away from some of the national brands and try some local stuff where you're at. So gin's another one. My favorite spirit, period, hands down, is rum. Hence tiki season. So yeah, keep an eye out for my tiki videos. Those will be coming out all throughout the month of July. Lots of cool stuff going on with tiki. As a matter of fact, there's a collaboration going on with tiki as well. Let me make sure I get this right. I really don't want to mess this up. Yes, I was in my head was right. Time to Shrink. Great little YouTube channel. Not huge, it's a big YouTube channel. Well, not huge, but it's couple 10-ish thousand, between 10 and 20,000 subscribers. Really great keto recipes. And I think her name was Erica. Erica. She's just now getting into some cocktails, playing with cocktails. That's how I came across her. So I get a little collaboration coming up with her with one of the tiki videos. So rum is awesome, because I got a sweet tooth, and this is made with sugar cane. And if y'all want, just leave a comment below, and I can do a video on how come sugar cane has no sugar. Or I think I mentioned it in I think I'll put, right there. Right. There'll be a video somewhere over here called, Is There Hidden Sugar in Your Rum? Because there is a thing. A lot of rum distillers put sugar in after distillation. So check that video out about that. But rum is great. I know I said, hold up a bottle of JT and say, this is so good. It is, because it's empty. It's empty. I need another bottle of JT. My favorite vodka. Again, local product. They're one of the only 2 distilleries in Louisiana that grow their own grain. They're the only distillery in Louisiana that grow their grain on site of the distillery. As a matter of fact, they built the still in the middle of a rice and crawfish farm. How cool is that? So you're getting the product sourced directly. So great local vodka. But you're gonna need a vodka. Next is a whiskey. Bourbon, rye, there's all kinds of whiskeys, blends. Find a whiskey you like. I did. Country Smooth is a really good whiskey, and this is pretty sure this is available nationwide. It's really nice, smooth whiskey. It's a young whiskey. It's aged at least 6 months. But for being a young whiskey, it doesn't taste like a young whiskey. This is really good and awesome. So these are your base spirits you're going to need to get started. A vodka, a tequila, a whiskey, a rum, and a gin. If you have these, you really can get rolling on your home bar. Let me get this out the way. Talk a little bit about some of the other things you're gonna need. Citrus, you can get concentrated. Is really outside of the lime juice, saving a half a gram of carbs per ounce. Outside of that, fresh is best. Now, I'm gonna grab these fake limes. We're gonna pretend they're real, and lemons. Lime juice. Let's kind of talk about how versatile this is. Along with your sweetener. Allulose is my go-to sweetener. It tastes, all these sweeteners says, tastes like real sugar, tastes most like sugar. Allulose truly does. This is why this is the only thing I use now, because this tastes more like real sugar and it mixes like real sugar, meaning ratio-wise. Monk fruit, erythritol, things like that, you have to kind of play with the ratio of water to sugar. You can't do a 1-to-1. You can have a little glass jar full of rock candy at the bottom when you do. It's just hard to manage that. Not here. The only other thing I would compare this to would be xylitol, but if you got pets, you don't want xylitol in your house. It is toxic to animals if they get a hold of it. But allulose is my go-to sweetener. So let's talk about here, fake lime, fake lemon. Here we go. You have this. Add water, make a simple syrup, of course. You now have a lemon drop. You now have a whiskey sour. Let's do this. You now have a daiquiri. You now have a gimlet. You now have a vodka gimlet. So just with sweetener, a lime, and a lemon, you can make a shit ton of drinks. Now, let's kind of talk a little bit about making some mixers. You want to use allulose. I'm pushing allulose because I love it. Now, if you like stevia, use stevia. If you like monk fruit, use your monk fruit. Erythritol, use your erythritol. Use a sweetener that you like on your low-carb diet. So, using that, and I'll leave a playlist. I'll link a playlist. I'll put a card here and one at the end of the video to my DIY playlist on my different syrups and stuff we make. But this, yeah, I like Exotico. This is my low-carb orange liqueur. I use orange skins, allulose syrup, vodka, and Everclear. And I have this. Now, with this, if you learn how to make your orange liqueur, quote-unquote, triple sec, and use brandy instead of vodka, you have more of a Grand Marnier style, you're good to go with that. So now, this, and a plastic lime, you now have margarita. It's just as simple as that. If you do this with this, and then you add cranberry juice, you have a cosmopolitan. But guys, the options are really, really huge when you have vodka, rum, gin, whiskey, and what I leave out, tequila. You have a little citrus juice, either lime or lemon, with some sweetener. You can fix 10 to 15 drinks, and you won't have to drink the same thing if you drink every day for 2 weeks. You're good to go. So some of the other things you really should have outside of citrus is, we talk about the salt and pepper for cocktails, cocktail seasoning. And that's going to be bitters. Aromatic bitters, this is Angostura. They're at every grocery store, liquor store that you can find. You can find these. And this is the standard aromatic bitters. And this is orange bitters. I love orange bitters. I put this in just about anything. So you want to have an orange bitters and a regular aromatic bitters. Now, some of the other things that you can find pretty easy online is some sugar-free syrups. Monin makes this. Now, if you want to have fun with some tropical style drinks, you definitely want to get Monin's pomegranate syrup. So if you see a recipe that says use grenadine, grenadine is pomegranate syrup. So by grabbing a bottle of this, you now can substitute anything that you use grenadine for, such as grenadine and this and some Simply Light orange juice. You now have a low-carb tequila sunrise. One of my wife's favorite brunch drinks. And I don't have a favorite brunch drink because I will drink just about anything for brunch. From here, some pineapple syrup. This is really good to have because this is not easy to find. And it's low carb, but it's not super low carb. Libby's Light Pineapple Juice. But Jordan's Skinny Syrups, really good pineapple flavor. It does have that kind of artificial kind of pineapple candy taste. But it's really good, and this is going to have no carbs opposed to 14 grams of carbs per 8 ounces. The math will be in a Tiki video. Just kind of check one of those out for the breakdown of this. So some skinny syrup here. The next thing is going to be, again, we're talking about Tiki, is some almond syrup. This is used in place of an orgeat. Now, and then from here, you're gonna have some people, different companies like Splash, make some really good low-carb mixers. You can get your hands on things like that. So that's kind of it, guys. So like I said, the main thing is if you wanna start your home bar and you wanna do it kind of on a budget, get yourself a bottle of tequila, Exotico. Love this, 19 bucks a bottle. Now, get yourself a good vodka. You can find some around a $20 price point. JT Milk happens to be about that 21 to 25, depending on the store. Rums, you can find some rums about the $20 price point. Oh, that's gin. Some rum at the 20. I think this one's like runs 26-ish, somewhere around there. Same thing with the Gentilly gin. Again, you can find some gins and stuff, $25 price point. Country Smooth whiskey runs you about between that 25-ish price point. I got some Bullet bourbon back there that again runs about that 25, 28. You can get stuff like Mount Gay, a Bayesian rum from Barbados rum for 20 bucks. Appleton Estates is another good rum, 22, 23 bucks. So you can really, buy a bottle every paycheck. And in a month's time, you can really sell yourself a good little starter bar. So there's one other thing that you may have caught in the title that I want to do tonight, and that is going to be make a cocktail. And this is going to be a super easy Keto Old-Fashioned. So let's go ahead and get started. So in a glass, old-fashioned glass, since we are making a Keto Old-Fashioned, you want to add sweetener. Now, sweetener for an old-fashioned is usually a sugar cube. Sugar cube has, I think if I remember correctly, 1 teaspoon of sugar in a sugar cube. So let me grab my measuring spoons, wherever I put those. Here we are. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of sugar, or allulose. Drop that in your glass. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can grab some allulose from Amazon. It's an affiliate link, so it does help me out if you get it through there, and I would really appreciate that. Next, we're going to go with some aromatic bitters, some Angostura. And they got a bunch of other brands out there. This is just easy to get my hands on. So you do 2 to 3 dashes, depending on how much you like this, opposed to some other brands. No, I'll go with 2. 1, 2. Now from here, what you would normally do is you would muddle the sugar cube down. Let me get my muddler. Now, they also say a couple of things is with the sugar cube, put enough bitters to saturate the sugar cube. And I'll do one more just to make it all a little nice. And following the traditional recipe, you just want to make sure there's bitters on every part of your sweetener. And there you go. So now the sweetener is no longer white. It's a little orangish pink hue to it. Now some people say add a little bit of water, and you can do that if you want. Or you can just go add your whiskey. So we're going to go 2 ounces of Country Smooth whiskey. All right, 2 ounces of that. Now we're going to put a couple of big ice cubes in here. One and 2. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention on the other video on how to set up your home bar on a budget. You got a little mini dorm fridge here. I got it for 20 bucks off of Facebook. So yeah, try to get one of those. Now, once you have your ice in here and then your bitters and everything else here, you want to go ahead and give it a mix. And just stir that in really good. You want to try to get as much of that sweetener dissolved as you can. Usually it's about, 20 revolutions one way and 20 the other way. Super simple, 3 ingredient, Keto Old-Fashioned. All right, guys, y'all have a great day because I definitely know I'm going to. And if you like the content I'm putting out, please consider being one of my Patreon members. There'll be a link below in the description where you can help me out if you're in a position to do so. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later. And don't forget, Tiki's coming soon. See y'all later. Cheers. Yes, that's good.